Welcome to our lecture online. Now the next example may throw you for a bit of a loop. You look at that and go, okay, well they're very similar. Again, the best thing to do is factor first and then look at it, and then it'll be a lot easier, because by looking at it now and saying, well, what can I do to make them the same, you're probably going to make an error. You don't want to do that. So what we always say is factor first. Okay, when we do that, let's lay what the denominator then looks like. The numerator will remain at x plus 2, but here we can factor out an x. So we have an x plus 1. We're going to make that a little bit longer, plus x minus 1 in the numerator. The denominator will be x times x plus 2. And now it makes it a lot easier to see how you're going to make the denominators the same. Here you need to be careful. Don't put a 2 there to make it the same, because you can't do that because there's plus sign. But now you see that we have an x in both the denominators. We have an x plus 1 here and x plus 2. Here we're missing an x plus 2. There we're missing an x plus 1. And that's what you're going to do. You're going to multiply this denominator by x plus 2 and you're going to multiply this denominator by an x plus 1. Of course, if we do that to the denominators, we must do the exact same thing to the numerators. So x plus 2, and here x plus 1. Notice I put parentheses around the other binomial because we need to multiply them together like that. Now we're ready to write all that over the same common denominator. X times x plus 1, x plus 2. And in the numerator, what we're going to do is simply going to multiply, well, let's see here. Maybe I'll do it in 2 steps. Let's just write what we have. X plus 2 times x plus 2 plus x minus 1 times x plus 1. There. It's probably better to not skip steps. All what we did was we wrote the 2 numerators over the same common denominator. Now we need to multiply everything out and collect common terms. So here we end up with x squared plus 4x plus 4. We multiply these together, plus we multiply these together, we get x squared minus 1. All divided by x times x plus 1 times x plus 2. Now collecting common terms, let's see what we get. So this is equal to 2x squared, 4x, and plus 4 minus 1 is plus 3, all divided by x times x plus 1 times x plus 2. Now the question is, can we factor that? Doesn't look like it, because the 3, you can only get a 3 by multiplying 1 times 3. And 1 times 2 gives us 2. 1 times 3 gives us 3. That's 5. So nope, you cannot factor the numerator, which means that's the simplest form in which we can leave it. That's the final result, and that's how it's done.